Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to be recapping a true crime story that occurred on December 23rd, 2023, 1 year ago today. It takes a while for things to get to trial. No one was injured during this crime. We're talking about a crime of burglary. The defendant's name is Kevin Sowett. Yes, so Kevin Sowett. He's 35 years old. He's being charged with burglary, trespassing, and impersonating another individual. So this occurred at the home of Tim and Carrie Costello. This is occurring before Judge Schilling, and she has already heard all of the testimony. But during today's show, I'm going to bring you some of the highlights of that testimony while she is deliberating on her verdict. So hopefully by the end of the show, she'll have a verdict and we can bring that to you. But today we're going to see some of those highlights, so stay tuned. So the defendant, Kevin Sowett, is charged with burglary, trespassing, and impersonating another individual. He claims he is Santa Claus. And his defense is that on the evening before Christmas, he was dropping off some gifts from the North Pole. When have we heard this story before, right? Right. So while we wait, I promised you some of the highlights of this trial. The first person on the stand was Carrie Costello. And we're going to bring her testimony to you now. Okay, this is Judge Schilling. Ms. Costello, we need to see your face.
I'm coming, ma'am. Gee. Oh, here you go. I'm coming.
There she is.
Oh, I gotta put.
Hi, Ms. Costello.
Hold on, I gotta put a background on. God. Cruise ship? No,
that works. Okay.
You like the cruise ship
grand
better?
Piano. I like it.
Okay.
So, Ms. Costello, can you raise your right hand, please? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And is this your husband in the other box up on the screen?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
Okay. Tim Costello? I'll get to you in just a minute, sir. Just stand by. Ms. Costello, how long have you guys been together?
123 years.
Okay. Do you own any pets?
No, but the mice I've been complaining about to Tim were not even stirring.
Do you crochet?
No, but I do cross stitch.
And had you cross stitched anything special for that evening?
Yes, my Christmas stockings. They were hung by the fireplace with care.
With care?
Yes, ma'am, with care.
Okay. And were your grandchildren visiting?
Yes, they were tucked into their beds and were sound asleep. They were so excited about Christmas.
And what did you do that evening after the kids went to bed?
Wild Wednesday.
So, well, what is Wild Wednesday?
Let me explain. Hold on just a minute. I will show you, Judge, so you understand.
Take your time.
Okay, so Wild Wednesday, this is when I sell all my blanks that we have in stock here at Leopard Leatherworks, and I show them to our customers. I take them and I show each end, and then they have the opportunity, if they're interested in purchasing it, to claim it, and then we draw for a winner. We also have trays.
Is that on YouTube?
Yes, it is on the Leopard Leatherworks YouTube channel.
Oh, and that's on what night of the week? Wednesdays at what time?
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock?
PM
Okay.
Central.
What were you featuring on your show that night?
I was featuring this.
So what is that?
This is a blank that goes with a diamond painting.
Do you have the diamond painting with you?
I do. Right here. Oh, wrong way, Judge. Sorry. Right there. Isn't this gorgeous? Look at that.
So, okay. All right. I have that in evidence. Okay, that for the record, we'll mark that as Plaintiff's Exhibit 1. And I'll publish that so everybody can see that. I'll also add that I've confiscated a pen based on that blank. So that's now in my possession for consideration of the evidence. So how long were you on the show that night?
My usual 3 to 4 hours.
What'd you do after that?
We were up late, probably about midnight.
Okay. Thank you very much, Miss Costello.
And just so you know, this diamond painting that I showed that you put into evidence is by Crafting and Crime Daily. And she does all the artwork.
Nice.
Awesome. Very talented watercolors. Beautiful work.
Okay. Thank you.
That's why we had the pen to go with it, the blank. And we were selling the blanks to go with the painting.
Nice. Nice. All right. I'm going to talk to your husband for a little bit. Tim, can you raise your right hand?
Yes, ma'am, Your Honor.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I'll do my best, Your Honor.
What were you doing that evening after your wife came to bed or before that?
Well, I was playing Ark with Your Honor, the Judge Rebecca.
Yes.
Sorry. And I was turning some pens.
So what is this Ark?
Well, Ark is a video game played on a computer or an Xbox, like a console. And you're essentially a very lightly clothed person when you start out, and you're on an island somewhere, and you have to survive, and you have to harvest wood and stone and different materials to create things to keep you protected from the environment, including killing dinosaurs, some small in the beginning to get some meat to eat and some leather to make clothes with. And later on, some larger dinosaurs to help you advance in the game.
Okay. And I'll just say it's a really fun game. So.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
And as plaintiffs, I'm sorry, Ms. Costello, what did you say?
I was not aware of any of this. Just say it.
Okay. Back on the record. That was off the record. Back on the record. So you also mentioned turning pen. Well, before we get to the turning pens, I'm going to put up Plaintiff's Exhibit 2, which is some photographs of this game that you and I were playing behind your wife's back. So
there is evidence.
Yes. I was there that night. But I'm not biased. So I'll just point out that I was gone. I wasn't present. I was somewhere else playing this game. All right. So before we continue with the rest of the testimony, I feel like I need to let you know that myself, Crafting and Crime Daily, also known as Crafting Journey, I have a collection of watercolor paintings that I do that's available as release papers from Crafts with Crashly. From those, I chose actually 3 that I have turned into diamond paintings. 2 of those are available. The one that is still available, well, there's 2 that are still available. This is one of the ones that is still available. This is the ornament one. Still available. They're both 40 by 60. They're square. What else should I tell you? 40 by 60. They're square. $55 each in the U.S. That's $40 plus $15 shipping. If you would like one, please let me know. I'll be in the comments during this premiere. The other one, they're beautifully boxed like this. The other one is already boxed up. And that is the one that Carrie showed. That is the birch tree painting. I'll show you on Crashly's website. Let me bring that in. Here is the paintings that I have available on her website. So this one has been turned into a diamond painting that is available for purchase from me, not from Crafts with Crashly, but from me personally. So that is what the judge and the plaintiffs were referring to during their court case. And Leopard Leatherworks has designed a pen that actually goes with most of these, all three of these canvases, really. So take a look at that site if you want some release papers to go with it. There is actually, I feel like this needs another explanation. If you go to Crafts with Crashly's site, there's actually a release paper that was designed to go with this painting, in case you already have it. The release papers that were designed to go with this painting are the little gnome. This is the Jolly Gnome. He's actually wearing a t-shirt with this painting on his t-shirt. So this is a fun companion to have with that diamond painting. So, and that is available from Crafts with Crashly. So we're going to go back into the courtroom for the remainder of Tim Costello's testimony. We're still waiting on a verdict from the judge. I think the defendant plans to take the stand. So let's go back. All right. So Tim, you said mention turning pens.
Yes, ma'am.
What is that?
Here's an example right here. Yes, Judge. So this is how I turn a pen. First thing I have to do is take this absolutely beautiful blank that matches some gorgeous artwork with cardinals and birdhouses on it. And it's made by Troy Shipley of Unbelievable Blanks. Absolutely fabulous. But the first thing we have to do is make it round. Okay, so Judge, now that I've turned the lathe off, I've turned the blower off, and we have taken that square blank, beautiful blank from Troy Shipley of Unbelievable Blanks, and have made it round. And this allows us to turn it into an actual diamond painting pen. So then, Judge, we turn it all back on. And the first thing I have to do is create the finger holds for this delectable pen. We have to measure these precisely, Judge, so that they fit the client perfectly. Perfect. Massive 0.48. And then we create the outside of the baseball bat end. Then we have to install the rich dome. Speaking of diamonds, this dome is named after Rich. And then now this is the right finger hold. I'm going to do the left finger hold. The confusing thing is if you flip it over, now the right becomes the left and the left becomes the right. So I think we lose track quickly. But I couldn't swear to that, Judge. Could we strike that? Ah, beautiful again. And again, we're going to do the outside of this baseball bat end. Funny you should ask, Judge, why we call this a baseball bat end. Because it sort of looks like the bottom end of a baseball bat where you might put your hands. And we have to call it something, right? All right, this one is going to get a special turning. It's known in the more exclusive parts of the diamond painting community as an executive bow tie. But don't tell anybody too loud about that because we don't want the secret to get out. Now, if Shay is watching, we got to keep this clean here, Judge. Go ahead, Shay, give it a wee. Yeah, Judge is pretty quiet in this part of the turning. I have to concentrate a lot. All right, Judge, that is pretty much it for the carving. Now we have to make it really shine. The big blower goes off, and then we put the diaper in place. That way this diaper keeps the metal bed very, very clean. Now we clean the little parts of this thing. Get deep down into those cracks right there. And the whole idea of this process here, Judge, is to remove all of the scrapings. And the more scrapings you remove at higher and higher grit, you'll eventually get a very gorgeous, shiny pen. And this one's almost transparent, so you can see into the inside. You'll see the soul of this pen. All right, looks like we're ready for the next level, Judge. Feeling pretty good there. I buy these sheets of sandpaper in very large sheets, and we have little elves come in and cut them up into little bits. That way they're easier to use and they're more efficient, and we get more use out of one big sheet of paper, one big sheet of sandpaper. Got to polish up this rich dome here, make it all nice and shiny into this baseball bat grip. The reason we just designed the baseball bat end specifically is because as you grip the pen here where my finger is right now, when you're diamond painting and you push downward, now you've got something to push against, which relieves the pressure in your forearm and your wrist a little bit, and you can actually diamond paint longer. It's documented proof, I think, in peer-reviewed studies, I believe. Not sure which peer did it or what study it was, but I believe that it was studied that way. It's all modern day ergonomics and quantum mechanics and electronic physics. And I think there's some AI in there somewhere too, Judge. Not really sure. I'm not an AI engineer, but I think it's AI.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Carrie.
What you doing?
Oh, just turning this pen here.
Who's it for?
You know, don't tell anybody, but it's for the judge. Hopefully we could suck up a little bit, you know. I'm putting extra spit and polish on here. I might even spit on this one and get it even smoother.
Do you think that will work? Do you think she'll like it?
Well, I sure hope so, because, you know, we need the case to go in our favor. We are the victims, after all.
Well, it is a blank by Troy Shipley of Unbelievable Blanks.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, the judge loves his pen.
Oh, well,
So
that's even better then.
It might work.
Yeah, that's even better.
Just gotta figure something out. No.
What do we got to figure out? Was it the AI or the quantum mechanics of the ergonomics of a pen?
It's kind of like the ergonomics, the way it's functional. It just is. I think the judge will like it.
Well, I hope so. Why these colors, though? These colors are different. I mean, it's like green and beige and white and red.
But these colors go with the artwork from Crafting and Crime Daily.
Oh, stop it now.
Yes.
Really?
Yes. And these
So we're sucking up even harder.
Yes, and these colors match her birdhouse with the cardinals, and this also matches the pine trees, and there's a Christmas tree, and there's some great relief papers by
Crafts?
Crashly.
Oh, yeah.
She's selling the artwork as relief papers, so maybe we could give the judge some relief papers that she could use.
Man, we could suck up pretty hard with release papers.
I'm telling you.
So you'd have a totally coordinated effort then?
Oh, yes, we have.
Do people do that in the diamond painting community? Coordinate it all together?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm. This pen would match the release papers, that would match the painting, and both the paintings, and both have release papers.
Oh my goodness.
And some other of her art is at Crashly. So go check it out.
Is Crashly dangerous?
I don't know.
Does she crash a lot?
I don't know.
Is that why her name is Crashly?
She's like all over the place. I don't know.
My goodness, we'll have to talk to her and see what's
I
up.
don't know. We'll have to see. Maybe she could do some stuff for us.
I don't know. Who would?
Maybe make us some release paper.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, wouldn't it be cool with our logo on there?
Oh, logo. I thought I was going to put my face on there.
Oh, no, we don't.
Oh, you don't want to do that?
Oh,
Why not?
because isn't that Well,
Just because?
just because, you know.
Okay, so here's the beginning of the final. Oh, that looks pretty cool.
Look at that.
I certainly see the bird in there and a little bit of snow. Is this a pine tree?
I think so.
Is this the wood from the birdhouse?
Yes.
Whew, feel like I'm on some kind of special
and also
trip.
the trees in that other painting with the Christmas tree.
Well, let's go over and do the next spot here because we have to make this even shinier because this is for the judge. Here come the judge. Here come the judge. Okay. Okay, we'll do that special part to the little holes here on the end that hold the diamond painting tips. And I'm going to switch the camera here over to the other camera over there. Oh, that's the wrong one. That's the mixing bench. Ah, there it is. This is the buffer, Judge. So what we do in here, let me just show you what this is made of here. These are a couple of wheels. There's actually three. One is for wood because it has wax on it. But this is just flexible canvas here. It's amazing how flexible it is and yet how well it will butt. But once you start spinning it, it gets actually very, very hard. There we go. Going to load it up with the buffing compound. This is going to remove the, what do you call it? The little rough edges here on the end where the diamond painting hole is, right there. And then we're going to hold it at 45 degrees because quantum mechanics says if you go around a cylindrical object at 45 degrees, the things that were there before won't be there anymore. And we're looking for those lines that we would have turned while we're turning the pen. We do that all the way. This actually roughs up the pen a little bit. It's a little more coarse than the finer polishing compound we just used, but it will be worth it. And now we're going to load up this wheel with the diamond grit. Super, super fine. This finish is Leopard Leatherworks, trademark, copyright, all right reserves, patent pending, satin finish. There we go. We turn the buffer off, and it is super shiny now. Got the holes all chamfered. The last part now is to deepen these holes on the end so the tips will fit, and then clean them out with some special Leopard Leatherworks Q-tips. Let me switch the camera to the mixing bench because we want to see this operation really well. All right, we'll put the scissors in the holder right here, and we will get down our Leopard Leatherworks Q-tip. Little bit of alcohol here, always good for Christmas time. And then we'll dip the Q-tip in that, and we're going to clean out these holes. So number one, there's no dust left over, there's no compound left over, and it's a super finished hole. We even cleaned the edges there. There it is, a beautiful Leopard Leatherworks pen done for Judge Rebecca Schilling's artwork. All right, here we go. Let's go to the leopard scope, because that's where we're really going to see the super detail here. Here we go. There's the center. There's the bow tie right there. Oh, yes. 250x magnification. You can see that glorious glitter flowing around through there. You can see that shine. Oh, my goodness. Look how smooth that pen is. Absolutely gorgeous. Love it. got a little three-dimensionality to it as you spin it around. You can see into the pen. And my dirty fingers. Little wipe off with a super nice clean rag, and this one's ready for shipping. Beautiful. Thanks, everybody. And Judge, that's how we make a Leopard Leatherworks pen. And that's what I do when I'm making one. Those are all the steps. Hopefully there's no questions. But if there are, I'm happy to receive those from the prosecutor, Judge. Thank you.
So that evening after you turned your last pen and shut down everything, what did you do?
I went to bed. I had just fallen asleep when I was woke up by a super loud noise on the lawn. I yelled to Carrie that someone's trespassing on our property. I get pretty excited about that kind of stuff. So I pulled on my tie-dye shirt, grabbed my Ruger P90 from the nightstand where I keep it there, gently loaded with some copper and brass, and went to see what was the matter.
You have a license for that weapon?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
It was not concealed, Your Honor.
Oh, okay. So you're allowed to have the weapon then. Okay.
And here in Oklahoma, we have an open carry law in the state books. So, you know, I could carry anything I wanted.
Oh, I understand.
Yeah, I told Carrie to stay with the grandkids, call 911 while I go and check it out.
Then what happened?
Well, when I opened the door, I learned that in my haste to turn all those last-minute pens, I completely failed to notice that it had been snowing all night here in Oklahoma. That's pretty fluky, right? So as I was admiring the fresh snow, I noticed the defendant on the lawn. He was sitting in a sleigh with reindeer that I'd put up for the Christmas decorations. So he was pretending to fly my Christmas decorations.
Did you know this person?
Yes.
Who do you know him as?
He's our son, Kevin.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to interrupt you here for a minute. I'm getting a message from my assistant that I need to take a witness out of turn here. She's got to be somewhere to bake some pies. So I'm going to just have Miss Kravitz come in and take the stand real quick. Can you hear me? Ma'am, can you hear me? Ma'am, can you hear the courtroom? Can you hear me? Ma'am, can you hear me?
Yes, Your Honor, your judge, I can hear you.
Can you please state your name and spell it for the record, please?
Yes, my name is Gladys McPherson III, and I live at 31 Crumtree Street, and I have lived there since my family at the Civil War has lived there. So we've been living there for 18 generations. So yes.
Thank you. I'm gonna swear you in. Raise your right hand, please.
Oh, this one.
Yeah, the right hand. Yes.
Okay, let me look for the one that don't got my wedding ring on it. Okay.
You swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
According to my recollection, I swear.
Thank you.
Because we're America. America, we swear.
Do you go by any other names, Miss Kravitz? Or Miss?
No,
what'd you say?
No. Well, there was my maiden name, but we're not gonna. I mean, you're not gonna hold that against me, are you?
Oh, okay.
I mean, I was Miss Pickle Tree in Burlap County, and I was reigning Miss Pickle Tree in Burlap County for 3 solid years till that rotten woman came and stole it from me. But yes, I'm
how old are you? How old?
Now.
Do you mind if I call you Gladys?
Yes, that'd be lovely. That'd be lovely.
Okay, how old are you, Gladys?
Well, I don't think have to discuss that now, do we? That's personal.
Oh, okay. All right, we'll let it go. And who lives there with you at that residence?
Well, my long-suffering husband, of course, of 84 years, and we married young, and our 34 children, and the dog. Yes.
Would you describe yourself as a Democrat?
Well, of course not. I mean, we go back to the Confederate family. You know, of course not. We're Americans. We're we're Americans.
So I want to talk to you about December 24th of
May
2023.
I interrupt you and tell you how lovely your little pink robe is? I just wanted to say that. Now, I don't know y'all are going to hold me in conviction for complimenting the judge. I just wanted to tell
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. We can
That's
move on.
that's very. Do you remember that day, Gladys? Do you remember that day, December
Well,
23rd?
I remember it. Oh,
or
Lord.
24th, 20.
I remember it like it was yesterday. I do. Okay. I got up
What
in the
was going
morning.
on that evening?
Well, I mean, if you want to go through the whole day, we can, because I had so much to do. Well, with the holidays and all, and I had them horrible relatives coming to my house. Oh my Lord. Aunt Junine was coming over with her Jello ambrosia. I never know what she puts in that stuff, but it knocks out the old men relatives for the entire afternoon. So for that much, I will thank her. But it tastes like rat poison. Anyway, so we were all gathering and having our Jesus happy birthday party. Yes, and we are celebrating the birth of our Lord, and everyone had eaten too much because they all do. They all come to my house and think they're having the Last Supper. I wonder why. Anyway, oh, and then, of course, my son brought his girlfriend, and the nicest thing I can say about her is half of her tattoos are spelled correctly. Anyway, so little was I noticing there was this boom, and it was so loud. I thought, oh, good Lord, them McAllister brothers down the street are blowing shit up again. Oh, pardon me. They're blowing stuff up again. They're just nothing but trouble. And I had to go look out the window. I had to climb over 34 relatives and 4 old sleeping men, but I had to go look out the window. And I had perfect eyesight. So I knew something was going on. So I looked out the window and there was something going on. There was something going on. And it was on the roof. And I thought, oh, good Lord, them people are fixing to blow up the roof.
So what did you see on the roof?
People, and unregistered livestock was up on the roof.
Livestock, like
unregistered livestock up on the roof. I'm like, you can't get. They look like, I don't know. It could have been the tiniest reindeer I ever saw in my life, or somebody put their poodles up on the roof. Now, what are y'all doing putting animals up on the roof on Christmas Eve night? I mean, really?
Can you describe the people that you saw up there?
Well, of course they
was it
people.
Was it one person or more than one person?
No, it was a man. It was a man, and then a couple of little men who had no eyes and looked like they'd been drinking for about a year. I mean, I don't know what they was. Some people say they're gnomes. That some people say they're leprechauns, but I know they're all from. I mean, you can't tell me these people are not like little creepy people going in the night. I never saw people so little in my life. They look like house cats. They're so tiny.
What was the man doing?
Snooping around. Uh-huh. Looked like he was getting ready to case the place. And he had a rope. And I thought, what's he doing with a rope on the roof? And he was wrapping it around their chimney like he was fixing to steal a chimney. Now, what I thought, Gladys, why would a man want to steal a chimney? But I just sat and waited. I said, something's going on here. Something awry is going on here.
Do you see that man in the courtroom today? Gladys, do you see the man in the courtroom today that you saw on the roof?
I think I do. I really do think I do. Now I'm going to take my glasses off because I got 20, 40, 50, 50, 60 vision. I got really good eyes. I mean, I think it might be that man over there. He looks like that man over there. He really does. That man who could use a shave and a haircut.
Were you drinking that evening, Gladys?
No. I mean, everybody gets a little eggnog. You know, you got to have eggnog. It's Jesus' birthday. And we are in America. We got to have eggnog.
Was the eggnog
wasn't enough to impair my vision, which is perfect 40, 50, 60.
Was the eggnog spiked?
No. Even if it was, I got perfect 40, 50, 60 vision.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Gladys.
Who is that judge? Who said that? Is that bailiff married? He is so cute. You know, I've got a niece. Hi, how are you doing?
Well, ma'am, you can step down.
Christmas, honey.
Thank you. So thank you very much, Gladys, for your time.
Well, Merry Christmas to you, Judge, and your pink robe. And I hope you catch this crazy fool running around with them unregistered animals. And, you know, I hope you all call Peter.
Well, I just saw one. Did he say anything? Did you hear him say anything?
He was yelling. He was yelling for hoes. I mean, who in their right mind would be yelling for hoes in the middle of the night on somebody's roof? He kept yelling, ho, ho, ho. I think he was in the wrong neighborhood myself. But to each his own. I don't judge. I'm a Christian.
Thank you very much, Gladys. Thank you very much. You have a nice Christmas, ma'am.
Okay, I'll be stepping down. Bye, y'all.
Tim, let's get back to your testimony. Let me just remind you, you're still under oath. What did you do when you saw your son on the lawn?
Well, I was in shock. He was dressed like Santa Claus, which he's never done before. And by the time I racked the gun to get ready, the reindeer came to life and took off. And this is just a plastic display I bought at Walmart with our 10% lifetime discount. And then he was landing on the roof. And then the guy went down my chimney, which is just a flue pipe because it's a fake chimney kind of thing, and went into the house. And he was carrying a large gray sack with him.
What was there anything to identify the sack? What it was?
Yes, ma'am. It was big and orange and said Timu.
Oh, okay.
Like Scandinavian for Santa Claus or something.
So what did he do then?
He started putting Christmas presents under the tree out of the big orange bag.
All right.
Thank you. Lots of block building sets and all that kind of stuff.
Okay. Thank you very much. Well, good afternoon, Mr. Kevin. You understand you're the defendant in this case.
Yes, I know.
And you don't have to testify if you don't want to. Did your dad tell you had to testify?
Yes, he did.
Okay, well, we'll let him get away with it this time. But if you didn't want to, you didn't have to. But anyway, do you remember? Well, let me just swear you in. Oh, raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you remember the night before Christmas last year?
Yes.
Okay. What were you doing at Tim and Carrie's house that night?
I was delivering presents. So, and I went through the chimney like always and proceeded to put all the stockings and put presents under the tree.
Okay. Anything else? Did you do anything else in the house?
Yes, there was a plate of sugar, cookies, and milk, so I helped myself.
Okay. And did you replace all those Diamond Art Club paintings with the Crafting Journey paintings?
No. Oh, no, never.
Okay. Did you replace those Lego sets with those cheap Temu sets?
I would never do that.
Okay. Thank you for testifying, Kevin. Judge has reached a verdict. So let's go to the courtroom and see what the verdict is. So after consideration of all the evidence, and that includes the pen, and I do have to say the evidence is pretty overwhelming. The diamond paintings, the release papers, the pens, all of that support the opinion that I am about to give. I will say that I do not want any disruptions in the courtroom when I read this opinion. If so, I'm going to have the bailiff remove you. So I find that the defendant, Kevin Sowett, was acting as an agent of Santa Claus and was in a place that he was supposed to be. This was virtually his home. And he was supposed to be delivering presents for Santa Claus. There was no evidence to support that the items that he placed under the tree, the Crafting Journey, Crafting and Crime Daily Christmas paintings, and the pens and the blanks, all that stuff that he put under the tree, all the Lego sets that allegedly were replaced with Temu building sets, there's no evidence that any of that is any less quality than the Diamond Art Clubs or the regular Lego sets. So I really find that there's no damage to the plaintiffs here. What they received was of equal value to what may have been under that tree before Kevin delivered the presents. In any case, Kevin, you're free to go and you're free to help Santa Claus anytime that you want to. Do you have any last words for the ladies and gentlemen out there?
Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night.
You have a good Christmas too, everybody. Bye.